Let's go through some functionality of the controller. So firstly, how to operate the controller. A single click will allow us to flick between temperatures, like so. A turn of the bezel allows us to adjust the temperature and scroll through settings. A long click will allow us to enter the menu. You'll see I can go through settings like so. A single click to go back to the beginning. The temperature you see on the screen, the largest, is the current room temperature. The temperature below that is the set value temperature, so the temperature of heat that we're asking for. When you turn the dial on the controller, spin the bezel, you'll see that we can then change that temperature below. After 3 seconds, it will revert back to the existing settings. To enter the menu, we need to click and hold the device down for 3 seconds. So that's a long press. To enter any of the sub-menus, we only simply have to do a single press. So if I go back, for example, go back to the previous menu. So let's have a look at some of the menu settings within the controller. So a long press down again. So we've got mode. So this will symbolise which type of heating mode we're in. So if I click into this, you'll see that we can set the system in winter mode. So that's enabling hot water production and our radiator circuit. Or we can simply put the system in summer mode with a single click, and that will turn off space heating and just allow hot water production. Another functionality here is to program. So this is essentially like our calendar setup. So if we click into program, one single click, this enables us to either set a program to a specific day, or we can set up our calendars. So you'll see 5 calendars here. We can set 4 calendars here. We can set one of the calendars up, so we could put in certain times, so say from 6 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. So if we just look into calendar 1, you'll see we've got our operation times, so 6 till 8, and the temperature we require between that time period. Once we're happy with our calendar settings, we can go back, and using the set button, we can go in and we can assign set calendars to said days. So for example, if on Monday I wanted to set calendar 2, just have to click on calendar 2, move it to calendar 2, click it into place. Then back, and the settings are saved in. You'll see here, set eco. So this is our setback temperature. So when our heating system isn't on, we can set this temperature. 15 is the recommended setting. And what this will do is when the system is off, it will just revert back to this temperature and keep the house at 15 degrees. Also in our program mode, once we've set our calendars, we can choose to have our program on. So if we select this function, you'll see that it diverts us back to the main screen and indicates that there's a calendar in the bottom right corner, which means we're running in our program mode. If we turn the thermostat whilst in the program mode, you'll notice that a hand symbol will come up over the program to indicate that we've manually overridden the program. You'll see it's just appeared there, and it will continue until it next reverts back to its next program and the hand will remove. If we want to run it in manual mode, which is just thermostat driven, if we go to program and we go all the way along to program off, you'll see that only the hand symbol will appear, which indicates manual operation. I'll just go back. So that's program. Settings. We go into settings, it gives us a lot more options. We can change the date and time. Now if you're connected to the internet and you've got it set in automatic mode down the bottom here, it will automatically connect to the internet and it will provide you with the time and date correctly. However, if you're not connected to the internet, there is an option to go in there and change it manually. Language, we can change the language of the controller if we need to. Thermostat. So this one, when we click into thermostat, it allows us to set our flow temperature of our hot water. So we can set the supply temperature of the hot water, and we can also set the flow temperature of the radiators. So for this, I just want to turn this one down to 60. So now it's at 60. The figures on the right hand side are the last recorded temperatures, so it's the current flow temperatures. So that was thermostat. The next one is curve. So if we go into the curve settings, you can see that we've got the curve off. So we want to turn that on, so the curve is on. The axis on the left simulates our flow temperature. So we've got a minimum flow temperature of 35 and a maximum flow temperature of 60. This is a great setting for radiators. Along the bottom, we've got our operation temperature. So we've got an external temperature of 5 and an external maximum temperature of 25. So in this scenario, if we're looking at -5 or below, we're going to be running at a flow temperature of 60. And vice versa on the graph, that's where we would use our weather comp graph. Diagnostics. So within here, we can just see some details about the device. So we can see that our Bluetooth connection back to the receiver is excellent and our status is connected. We can also see that our battery is 2.96 out of 3, so it's pretty full.